Today is a Wednesday, October 4, 2023. Unprecedented vote removes Kevin McCarthy as U.S. House Speaker. Conservative Speaker neglects to confront a test from a little group of traditional preservationists. The US Place of Delegates has cast a ballot to eliminate conservative House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, the consequence of infighting inside his own party and diligent difficulties from its rightward flank. McCarthy was ousted from his job in a 216-210 decision on Tuesday night, the first time in quite a while history that the House has cast a ballot to eliminate its chief. Speaker McCarthy has neglected to stand firm where it is important, extreme right Florida Senator Matt Gaetz, who sent off the work to eliminate McCarthy, said in a virtual entertainment post before the vote. So on the off chance that he won't, I will. The exceptional vote highlights developing disturbance in the Conservative Alliance, otherwise called the GOP, with its extreme right group fighting with McCarthy on a few events since he previously turned into the Speaker in January. There is no reasonable decision inside the party to supplant him. In the vote, 8 conservatives broke with the Speaker, sinking his possibilities getting the larger part expected to keep his work. Leftists, who have communicated dissatisfaction with McCarthy over what they see as his endeavors to speak to the Conservatives' extreme right, wouldn't cast a ballot in support of himself. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said President Joe Biden trusted the House would rapidly choose another speaker, saying the critical difficulties confronting our country won't pause. Jean-Pierre added, the American public merit administration that puts the issues influencing their lives up front. When the House has met its liability to choose a speaker, Biden anticipates cooperating with them and with the Senate to address the American nation's needs, Jean-Pierre said. Without a speaker, the House can't push through bills, including imperative spending bills. McCarthy has announced that he will not seek re-election as Speaker. Completely private. Adolfo Franco, a legal counselor and conservative faction tactician, talking from Florida told a journalist that it was a 5-seat greater part in a separated government that eliminated McCarthy. Actually, we have a popularity-based president, and we have a majority-rule Senate. We don't have outright larger parts. Mr. Gaetz is living in a dreamland. So I feel horrible for a cultivated such a lot of man for our country to be expelled, Franco said. Franco said the evacuation of McCarthy driven by Gaetz was completely private. It is driven actually. It is an individual feud. Previous US VP Mike Pence said he was profoundly frustrated by McCarthy's evacuation. Allow me to say that disorder is never America's companion. What's more, never a companion of American families are battling. What's more, I'm profoundly disheartened that a small bunch of conservatives would collaborate with the leftists in the Place of Delegates to remove the Speaker of the House, he said. Relations between McCarthy and his council have been rough all along. He just got the speakership after 15 rounds of casting a ballot in the House, because of the resistance of a small bunch of traditional lawmakers. Those strains reached a critical stage in the midst of endeavors to keep away from an administration closure throughout the end of the week. McCarthy and vote-based legislators arrived at an arrangement that gave momentary financing to the public authority and stayed away from closure, following a bombed exertion by conservatives to push through a bill that would have forced sensational cuts of as much as 30% on various social projects. McCarthy took to virtual entertainment with a resistant message, ready and waiting. Under 24 hours after the fact, he turned into the first House Speaker in quite a while of history to be eliminated from the job in a legislative vote. On Monday night, Gaetz sent off a work to eliminate McCarthy, charging he hosted deceived the get-together by pursuing a trade-off manage leftists to stay away from a closure. Thanks for watching and subscribing to the channel.